Good morning, everyone. How are we today? Happy Friday. Good morning. If you're a member of the team, hit the daily heart me. If not, stick around. And if you like what you see, join the team. Otherwise, I ask that every time I change the photo, that you like the live until you see the heart. Keep going until you see the heart's tail, fill it, and then take a break. Good morning. Good morning. So on this happy Friday, we're going to talk about D'Angelo or Detroit Nike, Faye Faye, Medina, of course. Oh, Eric and Eric's ladies. Oh, shoot. That's supposed to say Christina. Dang it. It's not Becky Fortney. It's supposed to be Christina Wilson. And then we have a Bolo. Kesha and her using anything to try to get money. And of course, Timothy Nash. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm trying to get this right. Okay. So, who do I want to start with? I apologize. I hadn't downloaded the magnifying glasses. What was I thinking? Okay, so please tap. I haven't talked about Kesha for a while. And that's because it seems like she was getting herself together, right? She found a place, she had a job, she wasn't on TikTok begging. Like, I saw some very positive things happening, and I was happy for her, right? And then all of this happens while Eric, her on again, off again boyfriend, who she never loses contact with, and whenever she was in a Airbnb or a hotel, he would be there. But she would say they're not together. He was in like a sober living situation. And they would talk, but she stayed focused. He's out now. And since he's been out, she has gone back. I shouldn't say since he's been out, because I don't know that for sure. I don't know what day he got out. But since he's been out and they have been together, more recently, she has gone back to begging. Now, is it because her check, like she doesn't get as many hours? Or is she not going to work as often because he's home? Because every time she goes live, they are together. And so one time it was the rent. She was going to be kicked out. Now, I don't know why suddenly she couldn't afford her rent. She's been paying for it for months. Did he move in and they increased the rent? Like, I don't know. But then it became about her food. I mean, not her food, her electric bill and her internet. And I remember questioning it because she lives in a house. Oh, thank you, Granny Annie. Happy Friday to everybody. And they were like, they could cut her room off. Okay. And then she hit us with her mom is ill. Yeah, it's been a crazy week. I do not know why her mother is ill, nor does it matter. But apparently, the doctor told her to be on a bland diet. So, rice, yogurt, bananas, like very easy, bland foods. And Kesha said that her mother had no food, or she didn't have any of the food on the list. So she was coming to TikTok to ask for $30 to $40 so that she could buy, hey, all for one, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that she could buy her mother food. Now, I'm sorry, the woman that won't let you move back in because of your deplorable behavior is going to ask you to figure out how to get her money so she can eat? I'm supposed to believe that. You have to be kidding me. She's back to living with her mom? As of when? As of when? When he went to rehab, she moved back in with her mom? You have to be kidding me. So now you want me to believe that in her mom's house, her electric was going to get cut off? Be for, be for real. Be for real. Well, now I know why she was in that apartment, well, in her room for so long. Now I know why. So you mean to tell me your mother was going to put you out? I can't. I can't keep up with the stories. I cannot. I cannot keep up with the stories. I'm sorry, guys. I needed coffee this morning. Monday, I did it without coffee. Today, I cannot. Yes, Karina. I'm sorry. I still don't see her mother asking her to beg TikTok for the food. I still don't see that being the case. I think that it's her, she is going to use everything to get money. If her mother needed anything, she's going to come to TikTok to ask for it, whether her mother asked her to do it or not. I don't see her mother asking her to get money. I just don't. But now it seriously calls into question everything else that she's asked for in the last few months. Because I can remember her acting like she left stuff in a cab and she needed money to go, like she needs money to go home. Correct, Rose. She needs money to support Eric. And mind you, Eric has dogged her out so many times. And yet, they're right back together. And suddenly she needs TikTok to pay for everything. I wonder how long her mother is going to tolerate it this time. Good morning. Good morning. Crystal, 100%. And she was working for a time. And she wasn't begging. Well, now I don't even know if she was working. You don't got to do a whole lot when you live with your mama. Because she even begged. Remember when she begged for pots and pans and plates of her own? And she was at her mama house? Listen. That's Michigan. That's Michigan. That changes everything that I thought. Thank y'all for telling me. That's why we're a community, because here I am thinking that she really is getting ready to end up homeless again because she's taking care of Eric and she lives with her mama. It doesn't get any better. Oh yeah, she's been begging for years. Yeah, I guess you do have to make it seem real. I guess you do. I'm done. I'm done. That was hilarious. Okay, who's next? Now, I showed you guys the picture of Detroit Nike the other day where he literally was tossing back a bottle and smoking trees. And let me just say this to you. If you are a tree smoker on any regular basis, it doesn't smell any different for you. I did not. Who's back trying to mod? Oh, wait. Nope. Not that one. Listen, I try to get the best picks out there. And this is just a snapshot from a live. Alexis Sailor. Really? Well, welcome back, Alexis. If you are a tree smoker, it might not smell any different to you. But for people around you who do not smoke trees, it is the strongest scent that comes wafting by. He's standing at the window, smoking, blowing it out the window. Sir, do you think the people around you don't know that it's you smoking? Lord, anybody in Pookie's live is trash. I'm sorry. Because I'm not even talking about her today, but I probably should be. But to me, she has become wash, rinse, and repeat. I need $100, and what she needs it for changes every time she goes live. Like, she's pathetic, and I don't even think she's getting it. To be completely honest, I think she might get $10 or $20 there, but 100. But she asks for 100 so that anything she gets below it works for her. Anyway, back to D'Angelo. So on this night, it's the middle of the night now. I believe it's like 3 a.m. And I rolled over and was awake for a minute. So what do? Do I watch TV? Do I play a game? No. I look to see who's live on TikTok. It's an addiction. I'm kidding. It's not. It's just a choice. Anyway, he's on acting a complete fool as usual. He wants 300, I believe it was an $86 for a week in this hotel room. Does he really think people are going to go back to that? Where they're where they're putting him in another hotel? And I don't believe that this was a motel. I believe this was a hotel. Oh, hey, Red Jen. Welcome in. So he was getting a little bit of pushback. And then he does what I call a performative act of art. He told his mods that he was going to end the live and come back. And any name that was unfamiliar, they were to block. Any name. It could be somebody brand new. It could be somebody who just is a silent watcher. Any name unfamiliar. Now, you are asking the mods. There was like 200 people in there at the time. You are asking the mods to know who's familiar and who isn't? Right. Meow, of course. But that's why I say it's performative art. Because A, it was the middle of the night. B, you know that if you really act like that, you're not going to get any money because you need new people all of the time. Because people get sick of you. So he comes back live. Now, beautiful thing, I watched from the window, so I didn't have to worry about it. And he then decides that if he was going to give people, what was it, 1 minute, 2 minutes? No, sorry, it was 30 seconds. As soon as they came in, he was like, if you're not helping, if you're not sending a gift, you're getting blocked. So somebody had a nerve to send him a couple of roses, and he lost it. Roses don't count. Why not? It's a gift. Sorry. He was like, you have 30 seconds to send something else. He was like, if you aren't sending galaxies, you can't be here. Excuse me, sir? Good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody coming in. What do you mean that I keep changing this and I need to stop? What do you mean you need money? And that gifts as low as a rose aren't valuable? How dare you? That right, princess. He can kiss my galaxy. So then, when that wasn't working, he decided to up the ante even further. So then it began with, I'm going to give everybody 1 to 2 minutes, and then I'm going to end the live and come back. What was that supposed to do? I realize that they do that a lot to alter the algorithm, but every 2 minutes? And you want the mods to block anybody who is not familiar? And you would think he would stop there, right? No, the performance continued. And that's when I realized he's drunk. Because he's acting completely irrational. Right, trying to get that lucky server. So then he said, If they got to 50 people and he wasn't getting any money, he was going to restart. Well, that didn't work. So then when he got to 10 people, if nobody was sending, he would have them all blocked and start over. And at one point, he was like, I don't care if it's me and the mods, but you do, sir. You do. You care. Because clearly the mods aren't sending you the money. Yes, 10 people. He would get to 10 people and restart the live. And I'm thinking to myself, it is 2:36 in the morning. How can you do this to your mods in the middle of the night? Wow. Hey, Daisy May. Listen, I don't care about the scammer in terms of them stopping. They're not. They may stop a little bit when it gets slow, but they'll find a reason to come back. I don't care about the people who gift them and send them money on a regular basis. You want to go broke behind somebody you don't know? Be my guest. But it's new people who come across them and may think that they are worthy of money that I'm after. No, this wasn't last night. This was the other day. This was Tuesday night. Or I should say Wednesday morning. And I was watching him and Jordan Paul at the same time. And I just thought, how performative is all of this? You don't actually expect to get money at 2:30 in the morning. You just care about, you're drunk and high as a kite. So all you actually care about is creating ruckus. It's an art performance because you don't actually expect to get the money by acting this way. And then I didn't watch him after that later on that day because I went live, obviously, and I only catch him every once in a while. But I guarantee you the next day he wasn't acting like that. I agree with you. It is going to pick up in November. And it's going to be even worse because if they don't fix this government shutdown, people who legitimately have jobs but have been furloughed because of the government shutdown, they are suffering as well in a legitimate way. And now they can't even apply for food stamps. Oh no. He's a firm believer that he has followers that he'll never have to work. Oh, Rockin' Robin, I pray that things go smoothly and that this ends quickly. Because it was cute when it was a day or two. But now everybody is dug in so hard. They don't want to be the one that looked like they caved in. They have forgotten that they work for the people. I realized that I just saw somebody say food stamps is the least of their worries. No, for people who need it, right? Because food stamps also cover people who are disabled, also cover people who are of a certain age. those services are provide for more than the people they think that are getting it. And they're going to end up hurting the very people who voted for them. On both sides, by the way. But because the country is split down the middle, right, right, Aaron, a lot of people are going to suffer. A lot of people are going to suffer. Who did that? I didn't. I said because both sides are stuck in. I agree with you, Just Kim. If more people didn't get paid, some things might be different. Yes, Barbie, I am going to cover Eric, but I'm doing 8 people today. I'm going to get to Eric, but thank you for being here. Right. If you have it, please help a food bank. But food is so expensive now. People don't just have extra food laying around. I mean, I'm sure there are some people, but things are how long have I been saying things are going to get worse before they get better? It's gonna, unfortunately. Okay. Let's do the bolo. This is the bolo. Her name is Tammy. And let me explain why I made her a bolo. First of all, one of her payment apps is in her bio. But that's not why. A lot of people do that and it's just there, right? They saw somebody else do it, so they did it. But she started off, mind you, I'm the only person in there, right? It's just me. And she starts off by saying she wants advice. There's drama in her household and she wants to know if she was wrong. Oh no, she's a bolo. Most people will not have seen her. Really, scam opera. Well, that's because she went to jail. That's why she disappeared. She went to jail. So she got out in February. And she moved in with her mother, her mother's man, and her child. And I believe she's dealing with somebody off and on. But the drama was that she claims that the mom only got the apartment because she kept saying because of my daughter. And I was like, huh? And then when I started to listen more and I was able to put 2 and 2 together, while you were locked up, your mother probably took custody of your child, and by having a child, she was able to get a bigger place. That's what she means by she only got the apartment because of my child. Girl, you made stupid decisions that took you away from your child, and your mother was gracious enough to take your child in. And that was a problem? Are y'all still talking about? Listen, y'all want to go back and forth about politics? Please turn your light on and talk about whatever you would like. Because no one side is better than the other for me in this particular fight, because they're both digging in. So, And I'm not saying that either side should be the one to cave either. That doesn't matter here. That's not why I'm live. I don't care about what they're doing or not doing. I care about the people that it's affecting. It's like they forgot that there were people that sent them there to actually work. But this has happened before. It's happened over and over and over again. And then eventually something happens and they get back to the table and they get at it. But y'all going back and forth about it here is a waste of time. Because what are you arguing in here going to do about any of it? Right. We don't do that here. Thank you, Maggie girl. I appreciate it. But I don't want you to think you don't have a voice. Of course you do. Everybody's opinion actually matters. It is why we are the collective that we are. But I'm concerned about the people it's affecting, not the people doing it. Because they're good. They're not worried about eating. They're not worried about insurance. They are not concerned about those things. So, NT Way. Hey, TikTok president. Girl, I love that name. NT Way. So, Tammy kept saying, I want to know if I'm wrong. And let me get to the end before I go through it. So, she's asking for advice. And like always, I ask for the box because I'm not typing, what is it, 100 characters to say what I gotta say. Like, it would take me 6 or 7 posts. I'm not doing it. And she rejected me from the box. So now I'm even more interested because you keep saying you want advice. But when the one person who has stayed here long enough to hear your entire story, you reject, now my antenna is up. Because, bitch, you didn't really want advice. You wanted to get to a certain point. So, that is what sparked my, okay, let's start writing this down. So she got out in February and she lives with her mom's significant other, and her child. She claims that her mother wants her to come up with, and ding, 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 here we go, $1,060 so that she can get another apartment. And she said that if her and her ex, which again, why would you be doing this with your ex, came up with $1,000, that you would get an apartment in your name. But she has no way of getting the money, guys. Nor does she know anyone who has it. And of course, she wouldn't ask anybody for it. But your payment app is in the bio. And literally, it would be 2 people, me being one, and she would be like, I need advice, guys. And at that, when she kept doing that, I started laughing. And I was like, no, you don't. You want people to hear this raggedy, sad story so that somebody could say, how can they help? Right, Monica. But again, you have to make the assumption that the story is even true. Remember, we're getting to Thanksgiving and Christmas, and she has a child. And I think sometimes some of these people say a number that they like. If I ask for 1,000 and I get 500, I'm ahead. What? So she is now a bolo. She can now try to get advice from the 300 people that are in here. Go check her out. And let's see. And now that we know that she was here before and she's back now, that makes sense. I'm telling you, the spidey senses do not usually get it wrong. They might a little bit, but when they go off, I'm trusting the spidey senses. Thank you, Renee, for sharing the live. Appreciate it. Thank you for following me as well, Patricia. So, I'm usually doing so much talking that I miss all of those things. So I appreciate it. So there you go. For anybody who is new, I always put their name and their @ in the middle of the page. So that way you can either jot it down, take a screenshot, whatever, so you can go watch them yourselves. I always say don't take my word for it. Go and watch them for yourself. Thank you guys. Thank you. Now I'm about to change the photo. And when I do, please like the live until you feel the heart's tail and then take a break. Okay. I don't know what happened. Like, I swore I did all of this last night, but clearly I didn't. I stopped at some point and I stopped doing what I was supposed to do. Anyway, so most people know this face as Tatted Faye. She created a brand new account, and I talked about her a little bit on Wednesday, and I said she's brand new. And she's not talking the way she used to. She seems together, but she said TikTok was her job now. And I was like, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Here we go. Well, a little bit of Faye came back. So she was on yesterday. And this is the new account. She even has the new Chime account. And one of the things she used to do a lot was get on the phone, put them on speaker, and play it for the audience. And when she did that yesterday, I was like, oh, here we go. She has children with a man that she claimed was DV, but then she ended up losing custody because her mental health is very fragile. And she has, they sound like rational, reasonable requests, but everybody can't be bad, right? And no matter what the circumstances were, whether it was a hospital, the ambulance, her neighbors at the hotel, she literally has moved around the country for men. And then when they had expectations, suddenly they became weirdos. What you moved there for? So she relies on her pretty privilege, and what she thinks is that because she's pretty, she's owed the world. But if you don't stay on your psych meds, it doesn't matter how pretty you are. So when she played the phone call, I was like, wait a minute. I thought we were past this. And then who she did it to broke my heart a little bit. Oh, Granny Annie, thank you. You know I love that one. She did it to her mother. Girl, what? Your mom? So, of course, her parents are now the problem. She started recording them, taking pictures of text message conversations. You know it. She said they are extorting her. Now, you living there in that environment, which now I understand why there was stability for a while, is what allowed you to spend time with your children. And now they're extorting you? But she's refusing them to pay the $125 in rent she owes them. She claims that she's not paying rent because her dad threatened her and then acted like he was going to punch her. He didn't make contact, but he like got close to her face and then stopped. And so she's decided that why would she pay rent somewhere where she's being oh wow. Now that's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Erica. That's beautiful. So she writes her mother and tells her mother she's moving out on the 1st as soon as she gets her check. Bitch, where are you going? Where are you going? Or have you found somebody else that you think that you could sucker? And so now all you need to do is get there. Because where are you going? And are you going to leave your children behind again? So her mother, you could tell when a mother's been dealing with stuff because her mother was like, okay, fine. When are you going to pay us the $125? Like, let me see if I have that photo because I might. Oh, didn't mean to show that next. Let's get back to where we were. I think I have it on my other phone, and I'm not pausing again to get it. But she literally showed the text messages between herself and her mother. She also did a Twitch, which she used to do a lot. And when she came back on this new account, I didn't see a single Twitch until yesterday. And I was like, are you really going to go back to all of that nonsense? Like, did you really enjoy that life? Being out there doing the most? She could be Monica. She really could be. Because sometimes people who have mental health issues, the moment they start feeling better, they forget that they require the medication to do so. And they start to think, I could do this without the medication. Tracy, I'm going to show you because other people have probably come in and didn't see it. So this was the lineup. I've already done Detroit Nike. We are talking about Fei Fei. We still have to do Medina, Eric. That's supposed to say Christina. Um, Tammy was the bolo. We did her and we did Kesha as well. And we still have Timothy Nash to do. So that's where we are. So again, she used to be called the Tatted Fae, and that was her account. This is the account now. Wait a minute. Dang, that's supposed to be ZHI. She's going by Kit now. KIT. No problem. I was rushing to create this one. It's supposed to be ZHIKITSUNE. That's what it is right now. Oh, thank you for the daily heart, me guys. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's do it. Let me make sure of something first because... Oh, Eric. So Eric thought it would be a good idea yesterday to get on and lie for the 70th time that he was moving, that he had to get out because his mother found a senior living situation where she could go from paying, what did he say? $1,500 to $300 a month, something like that. Or maybe it was like $1,000 to $300. And he starts talking about how he wants to move. He wants to move. He wants to move. And he starts talking about wanting to move to Florida. And he's like, I could live outside in Florida. It's hot, sir. Just like in other states, being homeless in the state of Florida is illegal. Okay? And it's expensive. And the transit system in most places in Florida is trash. The major cities have some good sort of transport, but most of Florida does not. You need a car. But why am I going through this exercise with him when normally we know a month later he will still be in the house? And every once in a while I stop in his live and I literally are like, so have you moved out? Because that is literally what 50 to 70% of his lives are about. I gotta get out. I gotta get out. Right. He does not have the money for Florida. I live in Florida and we got snow last year. Right. Oh, Barbie, I'm gonna get there. He often also will go live in the bed. He covers up. He acts like life is beating him up. And then if you ask him about a job, he says he has one working for Instacart. Sort of, you have a job, because without your mother driving you from place to place, you wouldn't have jack diddly squat. But okay, I'll let you ride with the fact that you have a job. Remember, he complained about how his mother stole all of his money from his checks because she was the payee, except he has an Xbox or a PlayStation or something that he plays on a regular basis. And then when you ask him Excuse me. How'd he get that? He paid for it. So how does your mother take all of your money if in fact you have the things that you want? He'll show his suitcase looking like it's packed up, like he does, again, performative. But he's been crossing lines, one of which is Snapchatting young girls or people who are in relationships on Snapchat with inappropriate photos. He has a Snapchat in his bio. How about we all go over there and report it? Because, see, a lot of people do those things on Snapchat because they can get them to disappear very quickly. Right, Monica? And there are women who have told him on a regular basis to stop it, and he does not. Because one of his storylines is that I'm single, but I'm going to be in a relationship. And then he talks bad about his ex and how terrible she was. Sir, you are deplorable. I don't know about her, but thank God she got away from you. Because what? Correct, Andrea. He is upset about Barbie Buceno. I'm hoping that I'm saying the last name correctly. So I went in as digital because I know he knows who I am. And he immediately was like, digital. I was like, I'm hearing things. And he's like, what? What have you heard? You know, trying to act like a tough guy. Sir, please go sit down somewhere. Nobody is afraid of you. You are his enemy, number one. And he always has to have one. You have replaced his mother being the enemy. That's all. He always has to have one. Because, again, he's not doing what with his life what he would like to be doing. And so some woman has to be the blame. And it used to be his mama. And now it's you. Could somebody get rid of that see my private video? They come in every time. Y'all need to just block that immediately. Thank you. So now, let me say this. He says he has autism, and again, I don't like to question people's diagnosis. I am not a professional doctor, nor does it matter. Except for the fact, hold on, I gotta do the puzzle piece. Except for the fact that when you pin him down to something, he likes to use that as an excuse. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And he likes to use that to gain people's sympathy. But there are plenty of people who are autistic that don't act like him. So he decided yesterday that he wanted to be racist. Right, Tammy? He's decided to be racist. So in his live yesterday, as he was talking about where he would like to live, he was like, I could never live in Japan, and decides to mock the way they look and sound. Then he said, I could also never live in China, and he decided to mock the way they look and they sound. And then he decided to mock Mexicans, and that he could never live in Mexico. So those places would probably kick you out because you don't have enough ambition. You certainly couldn't survive in Mexico. Yes, he lives in Buffalo, New York. And I'm not doxing him. He says it all the time. Sir, you do realize that everywhere you live in the United States, you're going to come across somebody that's from another country, right? We're called the melting pot. And I want to say this because I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. A lot of people would like you to believe that there's no more racism in America. And I would say that there was a period of time where being racist was frowned upon, where being misogynistic was frowned upon, when being elitist was frowned upon, right? There were generations of people who were taught that that wasn't the right way. This newer generation, though, feels like they're owed everything and that anything that pops in their head should come out of their mouth. And that being racist is normal. And then, of course, they get in an echo chamber where that's okay. And now they're just saying it freely on a public platform as if those other races, people in those countries, don't exist. Sir, you are on a public platform with millions of people being racist? And that's not the only people he's racist towards. That's just who I caught yesterday. And you know, I try to stick with what I've seen and heard for myself. But if you do go to her account, Barbie, you'll see a lot. You'll see a lot that's deplorable. And him being autistic has nothing to do with it. But as always, people in his echo chamber and others think that it's cool and that somebody like me is going to focus only on him so they could get away with it. Well, Eric, I'm going to highlight your girls as well because all of you need to get some heat. So, one moment. This is Eric's female supporters who laugh at racism. This is Lexi Harmon. She thinks it's funny when he makes racist comments. Alexia, having your real name as your profile probably ain't the brightest. But now everybody can know that you laugh and tell Eric you're going to support him regardless. And I want you to notice what they look like, okay? I want you to notice. Not so much what they look like, but how old they look. Right, meow. But I'm going to help y'all out. This is Unknown. I'm sexy and I know it. 772. Well, she also has the link to her Snapchat. So I guess she thinks that she's hiding on TikTok. But girl, your Snapchat is wide open. So this is what she looks like. I am hoping that she's older than 18. Thank you, Renee. She too found it funny when he was being racist. And I can't in this moment remember, but somebody, one of them, told us to leave him alone. Excuse me? Disturbed one, it depends on the picture. That's the problem. Let's find another one. Victoria, with a child, no less. You find it funny and you want to continue to support Eric in all of his nonsense. You're a grown ass woman with a child. Is this what you want your child to grow up thinking? Every time there's a technology update, the world gets smaller. You know, there was a time you had to travel by ship, and it took so long to get from one side of the world to the other, very few people did it. And here comes the advent of the airplane, the casual travel. And guess what? The world shrunk. People were getting to see places they had only read about in books. They got to meet communities and eat food that was always different from their own. And then people started to travel to other countries, so that now in the United States, if there's a foreign food you'd like to try, it's here somewhere. And then we got the internet, and that made the world smaller. And then we got social media, and that made the world smaller. Because now you can stroll on TikTok, and I got a little something funny to show y'all later. And the world has gotten smaller. So for you to think that TikTok is, because you have surrounded yourself with only Americans that look like you, I guess the echo chamber tells you that it's okay to be racist on here. Right, Cindy Lou. This is the problem. When you've never left your neighborhood, you are missing out. I saw a quote and I almost used it, and it was something like, to the person who doesn't travel, it's like reading the first page of a book. You have limited yourself. You're supposed to be looking at the quality of the person, not the color of their skin or the country they've come from. Because he wants us to treat him that way. And I'm sure these ladies in their regular lives want to be treated for who they are and not what they look like. It's amazing how they want it, but they don't feel like they need to give it out. So, since you want to support him, I am going to make a post about you, and everybody can see who you are. And I was like, welcome back to the grid, sir. Welcome back. I left you alone for a while, but clearly you want to have subpar behavior, and so therefore you can end up on the grid. And see, it's also a play for money because he wants to move somewhere, but he has nothing. Reminds me of a young Sean. He is looking for a woman he can latch on to, where he can be like, here's my social security check. This is all I'm going to offer. And then you need to take care of the rest. Right. He absolutely needs supervision. So let me show him again. I'm sexy and I know it. You can go to her page. You'll see her Snapchat. Alexia Harmon. Thanks for your real name. Appreciate it. And then we have Victoria, who actually has a nerve to have a child. So I hope you guys enjoy the attention. I know I enjoyed giving it to you. So we have to go back a couple of days. And Wednesday after the live, she came live. Now let's remember that if you want the box, you need to say it in the chat, because because my other account is here and people start tapping, they may hit the box and they don't intend to have it. So we all know that Claudia went to the hospital. I know for lots of reasons people don't believe it. As I said to you on Wednesday, how I feel about mental health is how I feel about it. I would like to think, yeah, tap her face. I would like to think people don't play, but they play about everything. So on Wednesday after the live, she said that she spoke to the doctor and that the doctor told her that Claudia isn't depressed. She's just bored. Why would the doctor be talking to you? Wait. Well, she was there yesterday. And mom was supposed to come pick her up at 5:00. So I don't know how we would get proof of her going unless she posted her medical records. But Megan was visibly different when Claudia was there. But I'm like, why would Claudia's doctor talk to you? But I feel like, regardless, she's trying to send the message that it's not that bad. Because she doesn't want people to believe that being with her would be that bad. But for a 25-year-old who's on social media and sees what other 25-year-olds are doing, being homeless, having to beg for every little thing that you get everywhere you go, yeah, that would get depressing. And if we want to add rugs and alcohol to that, yeah, she sees a better life for herself. She also claimed that the doctor was incredibly rude to her. Now, are there doctors that are rude? Yes, I have come across many. But if he was going to actually talk to you about her and he's in the psych ward, what would being rude to you gain? Like, why? Why would he be rude to you? And then I said, unless he thinks that you are the reason for why she is the way she is, he might have some disdain for you. Because you don't know what Claudia told them, ma'am. You don't have a clue. So then she said that her mother was coming, and her mother is all the way in Houston. And so I think she said it was like several hours away. And that her mother said, I'm going to pick up Claudia and then come to the hotel. And she told her mother, no, you need to bring Claudia here first. And then you can pick up her things. Excuse me? How you telling her? And I was like, Why do you need that? Well, it ended up working out for her because Claudia was able to come and get out in the morning, and her mother wasn't going to be there till 5 o'clock. So it worked out for her. And her plan was, I need one more night in the hotel, then I'm going to go stay with my sister. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I yawned before I finished that sentence. She was going to be able to stay in her sister's car. And then, of course, she came back and said that she spoke to her sister, and now her sister is saying no because her sister doesn't want the family to know that she's staying in her car. And that everybody lives with the grandmother. And so they would all find out, and that they've all said no to her. You either have an incredibly evil family, which that doesn't strike me since everybody lives with grandma, or you have had to do a lot to get your family to say you were up to your own devices. And the fact that she was living with family and that she was bringing in the rugs and alcohol and they had to have her go says a lot. Why would they want to bring that chaos back into their household? So she was going to have to go to a shelter in another town. So then she came on and said that she found somebody who lives in Florida who is going to let her come. She'll have her own room. She doesn't have to worry about food. They would get her clothes. They would help her get a job. And I immediately was struck by the fact that, doesn't that sound like the promise you got in Corpus? I got ignored, of course. But eventually somebody else was like, you got to be careful because that's what they said in Corpus. And she's like, no, I know this person is real. You said that the last time. But let me tell you how people dox themselves. I didn't fix this, so it might be a problem. Can you see? So she was asking for a $170 donation to get a bus to Florida. And in her effort to prove it, she posted this. So then when everybody in Lake City or the surrounding area started looking for you on Saturday, you'll say you have stalkers. You posted it, dummy. You posted it. Mind you, didn't she say she wasn't in Corpus anymore? Well, that clearly was a lie. But you'll try to say, oh, they found me somehow. You doxed yourself over and over and over again. Right. And then they cry like, oh, look at what they're doing to me. Really, all for one. Amazing. I know that's right, Firewave. We have enough going on here. Thank you very much. Why don't you move to Ohio or Pennsylvania? They seem to fester this thing where everybody needs help. Like, don't come to Florida. We have Carl, and Carl is enough. You're in Ohio. Good morning. Right, Abigail. I'm going to get there. Don't worry. So then she came back after Claudia came and has said, you know what? Claudia and I talked. We're not breaking up. She's just going home for a while. And I put this in the chat. If my child attempted or was thinking about unaliving, yeah, I would want them to come home too, especially at 25. Has her frontal lobe closed all the way? I'm not sure. Come home, baby, because come home. And people kept asking, can you go with her? Why would her mother want to take in a grown woman of 30 something years old who doesn't work, who doesn't do anything? Why would her mother want that? Why would her feel? No, she can't go. Oh, thank you. What is it? Beaches, my love. Oh, thank you. I was about to call you Beachy something. And then Lord, these names, they getting hard. But at least I tried, unlike Sheena. Wait, let me get there. I know she ain't on the list, but I got something to show y'all that I thought was funny last night. Wait, was anybody watching her? Did she lose her fragment last night or did she get it? Oh, hi, Medina. Nope, I don't have nothing better to do. That's why I do it 3 mornings a week. I don't have nothing better to do. Don't you need to get your $38 so you can go to San Marcos? Like, you being in here is not going to get you any money. I promise. She rage quit. If somebody was there for that, I would love for y'all to come up when I talk about her. Oh, wow. She lost it. I want to talk about her so bad, but since Team Medina is in here, I need to stay focused. So then she said that Claudia doesn't want her to leave the state. So now she's going to go to a shelter in San Marcos and she needs a bus ticket for $38. And she needs it by 2 o'clock. Oh, thank you. She needs it by 2 o'clock because the bus leaves at 2:45 and she'll get there at 7. Yes, please tap, 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 because she would love to try to report the page. But we all know we'll just go over to expose, right? It don't matter. But she had to slide in there that she needs to get Claudia's medicine. It's $10. Her mother is coming. She doesn't need you to buy her medicine. And then she showed us two jellos and was like, that's all I have to eat. Ma'am, if you are truly on Social Security, that means you would qualify. Well, maybe not anymore. You used to be able to qualify for food stamps, but now, oh, thank you, Erica. That is so beautiful. But now with the new laws, you might not be able to get food stamps. And what's the point to applying now? Because they're going away in November, at least for a little while. Maritza, going forward, yes. Her mama coming to get her, Claudia, or she came and got her yesterday. And now Medina is out. No, she's not willing to work. See, again, I think that she thinks that her Social Security check is all she needs. You better go to a little hick town where the rent is $300, which I don't know where it is like that anymore. I'm sure there's a little hick town you could go to. And again, you can work on Social Security. You may lose $1 in Social Security, but you only lose $1 to the $2 you earn. So you're still earning an extra dollar. So what's the problem? But again, instead of you looking at areas in San Marcos to get a job, you're on here early in the morning. And she's probably on because she's going to ask for more money. Did you get the $38 for your ticket? Are you walking to the bus station or are you looking for money? Thank you. Thank you, Maritza. Are you looking for more money so that you don't have to do anything? She just got 50. Good for her. Congratulations. If you think that you're going to be able to live out your days begging for people on money, for money, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Because I'll be watching. Correct, Crystal. Girl, please. Her work for the post office. Where? Right. Now you can get on the bus. Can anybody look up? No, she's going to San Marcos. Can anybody look up how close San Marcos is to Houston? I just had it in my head. Oh, wait. I got to do one other thing. Dang. Okay, I'm sorry. Today has been a wild one. But some of this stuff I didn't think of until midnight. So some of it's been a little shaky today. Because y'all know I usually like to be over prepared. Oh, yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the likes. Oh, wait. So what did you say? It's 2.5 hours. Oh, some people are saying 3 hours and 47 minutes. Well, I guess it could depend on what time. Well, I guess that would be easier to see Claudia than coming all the way to Florida. Well, at least we won't have to hear from her. Hopefully, we won't have to hear from her. I'm going to get there, Melanie. For her ride to St. Marcos. The only thing that I feel good about is that someone is going to take Chanel. Someone is going to take Chanel. Thank God. Because I can't stand when someone gets an animal that they can't afford. Then she said the first thing she's going to worry about when she gets there is to get a car. Girl, what? Vicky, clock it. Clock it. Picture her going that long without a woman. Blue eyes, I don't even know. I don't think so. Because Claudia had to drive the car back to her sister's house. So I don't even know. Oh, she said it. That's why she likes them young. Anybody who likes them young, much younger than themselves, I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of them do it so that they have control. They're the wiser one. And so the person in the relationship looks to them for a lot. Because how you cheated on me multiple times and I'm crying for you to stay. Here is the door. But when you're young and dumb, you feel like this is it's like, do you remember some of the stuff that you were upset about in high school that wouldn't even, oh wow, Schindler. Look at TikTok coming up with some new stuff all the time. Thank you. You remember how in high school, if you didn't get the outfit, it was the worst thing in the planet? If you didn't get an A on your geometry test, it was the worst thing in the planet. You didn't get asked by the most popular person in school to the prom, it was the worst thing ever. The flower that you were given as your little for the prom wasn't the perfect one that you wanted. Life was coming to an end. Now we look back on that and we're like, that was the dumb. When do I even use geometry? Like, when do I use calculus? Like, what? So the younger you are, the less experience you have. You think that these things that when you are older she'll be like, I was in a relationship with this girl and she cheated on me so many times. I was so dumb that I stayed. But right now it feels like everything. Right, Cindy? The older you get, hopefully the wiser you get. But we can see on TikTok that's not always the case. Girl, why do you have time to even be in here is what cracks me up. Right, Sandy? Now, there are some jobs that require it, but they need to start teaching kids like skills to get a job out of high school. Because while I value math and there are a lot of careers that require it, some of these people need to learn how to work locally. Some kids aren't going to go to college. Start helping them out. Me too, sweet sassy girl. When I was 22, I was married to a 39-year-old. Well, he died at 39. I was 25. And I remember thinking, he's lived such a long life. And when I turned 39, I cried like a baby because I realized he was young. He was young. And now I look back like, yeah, he was a baby. My son is almost 39. I had somebody yesterday tell me that I sounded like a kid. I was like, really? I haven't gotten that before, ever. Right, Sherry? We get it. We understand. I don't even know what to say. I'm not even sure what to say. What I do know is that Hilljack is fuck, Delilah, Nikki, Redskins, check 727, Franny Mae 88, It's me, Ashton, and Grace, and T for Teresa. I I got you. I got you, ladies. I got you. Like, are y'all stuck on him because you think there's an opportunity? Do you just want, and let's be very clear, I 100% believe that Miss May is one of them. 100%. Yeah, he's crying, but he's whining and crying, but has a whole girlfriend, and they can't do jack diddly squat for each other. I mean, nothing. Sir, you are crying for $10 to eat, but you have a whole woman that can't help you with $5 to eat? What are y'all doing together? Well, we know what we suspect. Oh, wait. Who said that? Little bit. Let me show you something. Let me tell you, when I heard him say that, and I laughed to myself. But then, you know me, I do a little research, and I do a little research a little off from other people. Let me show you this. See, it costs money to get married in the United States. And I thought to myself, if they're getting married, then they need to have some money to do so. And since I don't know the cost, I said, let's see how much a marriage license is in the state of Tennessee. Well, the standard fee is $105. Sir, you can barely get $10. Where are you getting $105 from? Now, that's if you don't get premarital counseling. And it has to be a legitimate course. You ain't going to be able to go to the internet, print something out, and say, we did it. So if you do the premarital counseling, you can get a $45 discount. You need money to eat. You need money for your medication. You need blankets. You need a new tent, etc., etc., etc. But y'all are getting married? Right. Sir, try again. And I'm sorry. I could see a woman staying with a man if while they were together, there weren't rugs, and then he got on rugs and you stay. But when you get with a man that is clearly having a problem, he's homeless in a tent, why would you want that man? Why would you be talking about marrying that man? Right, Luna, it has to be. Wow, you know what? I'm used to being able to talk, and sometimes, wow, why'd I get so close to the phone? I do that all the time, but I never had to worry about. Oh, Lord. This gingerbread man is going to be the death of me. Right. Oh, awesome, Cindy. Right. I don't know, but when he said it, I was like, does he realize it costs money to get married in the United States? Because of who said that?
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, yesterday he actually admitted he was in withdrawal.
What?
Yep.
Oh,
When
wait,
right
no.
after the guy gave him the chicken biscuit,
Well, but he's going to say withdrawal from his meds. He's not going to say withdrawal from rugs.
he didn't specify, but he
Yeah.
finally, after the crying and the grunting and stuff, he finally was like, "Yes, I'm in withdrawal."
Yeah, he
Like,
does that all the time. But he's saying that it's withdrawal from his psych meds.
that's the first time I had heard him actually admit it and not like blame it on like his meds. So, I was shocked by that.
Oh, yeah. He does that all the time. Yes, I am in withdrawal from my psych meds.
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
He
Okay.
says it a lot.
Okay. Well, I'm going to drop back down. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Thank you for coming up.
Hmm.
Of course, he's not going to say. My thing is, this is my challenge. Since you take seizure meds, psych meds, and something else, what I want you to do is line up the bottles, turn them around. I don't want to know what you take. I don't need to know the pharmacy. Just line them up, because I could line mine up. Just line them up. I don't care if they're empty. Line them up and show me. Oh, yeah. He's gotten out of control. Let me go back to the photo. Now he's like, yeah, I am going to be rude. And I am going to be this and that and the third. And he got a bunch of women sitting in there supporting him. Like, do y'all get off on watching somebody be rude and nasty to people that he's also asking money from? And listen, we've all supported the wrong person at one time or another, right? We didn't know everything about them, and then the more we get to know, we understand you're not my cup of tea. When that video got put out that showed him lying about being a veteran, lying about having cancer then, because suddenly we have a brand new cancer, showed the photo or the video where he was sitting in the wheelchair pretending to have an amputation, lying about cancer now, lying about having a job, lying about somebody burning down his tent, so he lost the tent, all of his belongings, and $1,000 in cash. And then we find out he uses a candle in the tent. The fact that you want to stick by that blows my mind. You could want to see him get well, but it used to be tough love. And now there's this whole theory around like a soft touch. That might work for some people, but that's not going to work for Timothy. Timothy has been doing this a long time. Timothy likes to believe he doesn't have family, that he's all alone. And that you are his family. Do you need that much? That you'll take anything? You literally will pick up the trash and cuddle it? And say, we have to be sweet to the trash. Because I need somebody to explain it to me, because I don't get it. I don't get it. Sabuki, stop it. Right, Granny Annie. You know I've pointed that out multiple times. How you always got a clean shave, haircut? Right. Brand new wardrobe. Always got on something new and clean. But he has a different attitude in front of her than he has. He always walks away from the tent. When he was in there with her, he was so giddy and happy and da 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 da. And then he walks out and the world has collapsed. Right, Crystal. Completely different person. The fact that she still has anybody on her side, again, is baffling. I do believe she's lost a few people, though, because they have spent their money thinking. And by the way, this isn't an AI picture. I didn't do anything to it. Again, I don't alter any photo. I snap a photo, and if I get a good one, I get a good one. This is literally a snapped photo from one of her lives. Oh, TikTok president, thank you so much. So as we know, they have been in a church-based program. I was a little surprised that they were in there together. Because most of the time, I know, isn't she wonderful? Most of the time, they don't even want you to be in a relationship while you're going through that. Like, they forbid it of the people that are there. Now, relationships happen out of rehab. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm tired today, y'all. I'm not going to lie. It's been a long week. Their relationships come out of rehab all the time. Sometimes they work, oftentimes they don't. Because you've connected on this similar trajectory, and then one person goes one way, one person goes the other way, and the relationship ends. So I was surprised. But okay, whatever they had to do to get in there, fine. Then she started going live from the church services, but never so that the people at church could see her do it, which made me feel like that's suspect. Glory, let's hope so. So we all know that she came out and said that he beat her at the house next door to the program. I think she said he choked her out or something. Did she say anything? No. But wait, I'm sorry. I gotta go back 10 steps. If you guys you are newer to me, you weren't around when her nonsense was really kicking up. She had her people, Caden, who is her boyfriend, left. And he went back home to his mama, which is where he belongs. She is in her 30s. He just turned 21. Wait, she in her 30s or her 40s? I can't remember. Oh yeah, Cat Daddy. We're about to jump right back up. So, when he left, she claimed she was pregnant. Okay, in her 30s. She claimed she was pregnant, which we all knew was a lie. And then she needed, because her and her baby's safety, she needed to get away from him. She had to get out of Peoria because people knew what she was doing and where she was going. And they put her in a beautiful tent. They bought her a couch that was also a bed and also like a lounger chair. They bought her fans. I mean, it was hooked up. And she tried to say she was like hiding somewhere, but the area was too nice. Wherever she was, in my opinion, she knew who was there. Anyway, she's like, I found a place to go that will take me. It's going to get me away from here. And so she literally was like, here, homeless, take all of this stuff because I'm not going to need it anymore. That stuff had to be over $100. Easy. Easy. The tent is like $40. The couch is probably $30. Like, and all of the accoutrement of being in there, gave it all away. And let's be honest, I don't even know if she gave it away or if she just left it somewhere hoping a homeless person would get it. I don't know. She gets to the new town and she needs to get her subs first, so they got to keep her in a hotel for a couple of days. She finally gets into the program, and then they realize that she is in Caden's town. $300. That is crazy. Let me just tell you something. If you want to know about Christina Wilson, Creek, whatever name she wants to give herself, go to TikTok President's account. She not only streams her, but she has incredible content on her. So she gets to the town and now she's back with him. The very person that you convinced people to give you money so you could get away from him, you went directly to him. Now, you might get away with that once, maybe even twice. But she has done that over and over and over again. And she even tried to play it off last night. So she has no problem coming to her chat and telling them that he's beating her up. No problem. But then an hour later, she's in his face. She has had opportunity after opportunity to get away from him. She doesn't want to. And at what point are y'all going to realize that? Because she actually had a nerve last night to say, guys, you're acting like I'm not the victim. No, you're acting like you're not the victim. Not us. So, someone let them know that he was beating her up. She's been in a church rehab, get your life together program. Really, that's what she told the shelter in the nurse. And then she cries to us that she's the victim. So a little birdie let them know, like, it's stuff going on here. And she's saying she's in fear of her life. That's more than trauma bonding, all for one. That's more than trauma bonding. That is being willfully ignorant to your circumstances. And willfully, the strong word is on willfully. She uses it as a money grab. She uses it for sympathy. That's way more than a trauma bond. Oh, I must have had a delivery. Gotta love it when it comes. Anyway, glad the man is at work today. So they confront him. He admits to it. They confront her and she denies it. Now, the story she is telling is that they, as a collective, got kicked out. And I know some people were upset about that. Like, why would they kick her out? She's the victim. What part of she doesn't want to be away from Kaden don't y'all understand? They could have told her, we'll keep you here and we'll keep you safe. They could have told her, we'll put you in a DV shelter so he doesn't know where you are. She walked out that door on her own. She walked out that door on her own, of her own free will. Correct, TikTok president. But a lot of people were like, why would they do that to her? Now they're putting her in harm's way. They didn't. She did. Correct. So she walks out after being in the hospital. Of course, there was no baby, and then I heard she's trying to say she's pregnant again. Where did y'all do it? Y'all weren't even in the same room in the church. You were never left alone in the church. So where did you do it to get pregnant again, ma'am? Are y'all like in the bushes? Like, what are we doing? Daisy May is more than just the scams. I don't think she likes getting beat up. I think she likes the makeup part. I think she likes the fact that no matter what, he keeps coming back. We about to have a... Y'all crack me up. Right, because she also... Kira scared the crap out of you, huh? Good, because when I sneeze, y'all run. So that's what y'all get. Y'all act like y'all don't sneeze. Oh, Lord. There's a bird outside. Here we go. And it's making noise. Birds, please stop making noise. Right, Dawn, please. So she was in the hospital. She was saying she doesn't have insurance. She doesn't have this. She doesn't have that. And that she's working. And then the girl who she had begging for her was like, her insurance isn't going to cover it. Oh, wow. You know what? I love y'all. Y'all are showing me some things I haven't even seen. I appreciate y'all so much. So, your girl that you used to beg for you told us your insurance won't cover it and you aren't allowed to work yet. So which one is it? And again, for anybody sitting there sending her money, do you willfully choose to not hear the truth? Like, is that on purpose? Because how do we sit and listen to the same thing and y'all don't hear it? Or you don't see it? So yesterday, she's sitting outside of Walmart with her bags. First, she wanted a hotel room. And she claimed Caden went back to his mother. He was standing right there. And she claims she found another shelter that will take her. I'm sorry, take them. Oh, yeah, always the mute. Always the mute. And he clearly doesn't. Like, I think he tries to be quiet, but he is who he is, and he usually starts talking. So then it suddenly went from a hotel room when she realized she wasn't going to get that to a tent. And I went in and made some comments because why not? This was a new account, by the way. This Christina Wilson 15, I wasn't blocked yet. So I got the opportunity to go in. And I said a few things. And then when she started talking about the tent, I went in and I was like, y'all are going to buy another tent after she threw away the other tent? Like, what? And of course I got muted and blocked. And I had to go back in and let them know blocking me is symbolic. I'm always going to listen. And on that account, they just muted me. Blocking me is symbolic. Listen, when I saw somebody say that, I almost, and then other people were like, that is the best tent on the market. Let's just say I had a good old laugh in here. I was like, now that's funny trolling. Now that's funny trolling. Because she actually went to look. She was like, Tim Nash? You gotta love it when it works. I hollered when I saw that. As far as I know, she didn't get the money for the hotel. And then people were like, well, get a sleeping bag. And my thing is this. At first, I try to think through, like, whatever the scenario is that they gave. So I'm like, yeah, get a sleeping bag, sleep near the thing, and you'll be in the morning, right? But then I'm like, that's assuming that she's telling the truth. And we know she's not. She wanted a tent. And let me just tell you, she wasn't looking for a one-man tent either. I was like, she's getting a tent big enough for the both of them. Oh, the corgi. Every time I see that, I think of Queen Elizabeth, the former rest in peace Queen of England, because that was her dog. So every time I see that, I think of her. Yeah, she wanted the Tim Nash special. Oh, thank you. They are so cute. What's up, madam? What's up? Correct. And he was in her chat saying, I'm making phone calls. And got muted and blocked. So do you really want to help her, or do you only want her to get cash? Because that could have got her in that night. And he got blocked. So that tells me you don't want resources, you want cash. Because she wants to do what she wants to do with Caden. Assistance be damned. It's not about that. It's about cash. Yeah. Granny Annie, as long as he gonna keep lighting candles in his tent. You know, you guys have to stop giving me ideas. I have enough to do. But I'm thinking that maybe I'll put a Tim Nash tent special together. Let me write that down. I'm gonna put a Tim Nash tent special together. Like I don't have nothing else to do. But I have a few days. I'll have the weekend to do it. Of course, it's coming with a candle and and a fire extinguisher and a sprinkler from the top. But the sprinkler is going to be a hose that he attaches to the Burger King. I can't believe I'm cracking myself up. Listen, correct. I know. I don't need to do. I tell you why I started going live is because my mind thinks differently. Oh yeah, they'll be back. What they're trying to do is say, see, even when we're not on here, they talk about us. So I won't bring them up at all. Well, we got to make sure that we have the blow up couch that can be a bed and a lounger. That we got to put all of our tents together and call it the Tim Nash Tent Special. We got to put all our tents together now. And then let AI create a commercial. Wait, I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. Okay, let's get back to it. No, it can't be at no campground. It's gotta be in the woods right outside of Walmart. What? Right, Kisses. She does. Right. And the woods and be like, and you can use the bathroom, right? No, it's got to be near a Walmart. So it could be like, you can use the bathroom at Walmart. The Walmart stays open 24 hours. See, this is what happens. And now I'm already thinking about all of the things. Stay focused. So now that she no longer has housing, expect her to be back. Expect her to be back. She acts like organizations don't communicate. Remember she showed the tent for the dog and the tent for the bike? All right. I'm going to need some of you guys' help to make sure that the tent is thorough. You got a blow up living room set? Oh, we got to get a kitchen out of Walmart now. We'll use some of Stephen Clover's. We're going to get one of those big jugs of water and put a thing on the top. So you have water 24/7. Right, Crystal? That's the point. It's going to say 24 hours, but it ain't going to be open 24 hours. And we're going to blame that on Walmart. Miss Ashy Cat Randy, where have you been, my dear? She's even returned. Randy, well, we got to catch you back up, baby. Right, you can just make up a street name and put a number. You guys are amazing. I swear, you guys are absolutely amazing. Tejo Trish? No. And you know what the bike tent is gonna cover is a push scooter. So you have transportation at all times. All right, I got to get off of that. I got to get off of that because I will stay here and talk about that for the next hour. Okay. Let's do a little special. So this one and her coming on 10, 11 o'clock at night, expecting people to throw for her gift, not her gift gallery, for her fragment. Again, she'll be like, I haven't been on a lot today. Well, do you want it or not? My thing is, why is an inanimate object that you don't get to touch and feel so important to you that you crash out? And she's like, if I don't get it, I'm getting off because I don't want them to see my reaction. Girl, your pre-reaction to your reaction is enough. And then I saw a video where she lost her ish again, and I was like, oh, Sherry, send a couple to me. I was like, I thought we were going to be nicer, gentler. I'm not going to beg. I'm just going to let things happen. You know what she's going to do? She's going to eventually send somebody the money to gift her. She keeps saying, I'm not going to do that again. Yes, she will. Because you are so stuck on this fragment. And she was like, if we don't get it, it's going to take 35,000 coins to get it back. So what? At the end of the day, you're still getting money. But this is what was funny last night. This is what made me bring her up, even though she wasn't on the list. So I went in her live. Y'all are going to have to forgive me because I didn't put this up. And she had, oh, you can't even see it. She had 700 people in her live. And I was like, what? At this time of night? So I want y'all to look at the names. I found it hilarious. All bots. All bots. Girl, what about you has created the need for bots? And I was like, does she think she's big shit because she has 700 people in there? Really? Like, ma'am, normally she would have ended and come back. I know I know exactly who you are talking about. I love that movie. Listen, again, she was live. Her husband was standing there talking, and that's what she looked like. And I snapped the photo. Yes. If y'all haven't seen that movie, go watch it. It is a classic comedy movie. Classic. Oh, why are my allergies acting up now? I'm telling you, I'm tired. This has been an incredibly long week for me. Yep, 8,000 diamonds. Oh, congratulations, Tank and Bear. Congratulations. Y'all have made it past the 7-year itch. That's amazing. I love things like that. My parents were married for 69 years. I think they were in the 69th year because we celebrated their 68th. I love that. I'll never get that far. I may get to 30 years marriage, but it won't be the same man. But the one I have now isn't going anywhere. Oh, she's outrageous when she doesn't get gifts. Oh, excellent, Natalie. Outstanding. Even better. Because you know that when someone's with you at your worst, it's up from here, baby. She's live now. That's hilarious. Amazing. I love this community. I really do. Your grandparents celebrated 75 years of marriage. Wow. We don't see that very much anymore. But back in the day, it was like we got married before all of our people in God. And listen, we are going to go through things. Wow, from the Pacific Northwest. That's one place I've never been. It is a lifetime. Like, I remember at one point realizing that my mother and father were together longer than they had been with anybody else. Like, you think when you're growing up, you think everything is about your parents. But she was only there until 17, 18 years old. So she spent the majority of her life with my dad. I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, Canada. Shout out to Canada. Right, Michelle. When I had that realization, I was like, that is crazy. Nice. 33 years, 34. Listen, you talking about the wealth of knowledge in this community? Okay, a sangria. I made it to the FYP. Yes. You're from Maine originally. Lord have mercy. Well, hopefully you weren't okay. Hopefully you weren't anywhere near her.
Hey, do you know Mama C gifted her the other day? You know who Mama C is, right?
Yes, gifted her big the other day.
Yeah. She gifted her big, and if you go on Mama C's page, I think the post from she's asking for donations when she battles because to get teeth or something like that.
Yes.
So yeah, but the reason why, not yesterday but the day before that her fragment was saved, she saved her fragment, is because she had a shield. Or else she probably would have lost the fragment.
Oh, but did she get it last night?
No, she didn't get it at all. I think if you go on TickLeaf, she only made $10.
Really?
I think if you because she comes on so late and she expects. I know this one girl named Wit.
Mm-hmm.
I I think Wednesday, she was going, "Oh, I'm down for you. Um, I'll do it. I'll get your stuff." You know, Whit never came in yesterday. Never came in. But
Wow.
she was battling.
She
Blessed,
battled. She who did she battle last night? And I caught the picture. Um,
blessed.
who's that?
That's the girl. I don't know the
Oh
black young
no,
lady.
no,
No.
no, no, not her. She was battling another scammer last night. Was it? Oh, she battled Becky last night. Right. I'm
Oh, did
thinking
she?
of she battled Becky last night, and I'm like, for what?
Because you know they're besties because she battled her before.
Oh yeah, and they're like, stay strong and blah blah blah, while you guys are busy taking other people's money. Like, how what how do you know how weak I get to be with other people's money? What do I
Right.
gotta be strong at?
But and it's funny because like you said, Wednesday you said it'll she'll have to get 200 every day to keep that fragment. That's
Yep.
just to keep it. And she didn't get it, and she quit. You know, she quit. But
Echo, stop. I'm sorry. Go
she's
ahead.
grimy because um she was talking about her ex mods, Christy and Imani, saying, "Oh, I know they know where my daughter works. They better not say nothing or else, you know, they'll get in trouble." And then she actually told her chat that she has screenshots of Christy's children.
What?
Yes, she has. I mean, Tina has the video, and I seen it. She has screenshots of Christy. Now she didn't come out and say she'll use them directly,
But what you
but come on,
threatening? Why are you saying that if not to threaten?
right?
What?
Oh, I have screenshots. And then
Yeah.
she was saying, "Oh, if Donnie gets doxxed, oh, I know who it is." Blah blah blah. But yeah, she actually that's how scummy she is.
Oh yeah, she's trash. She doesn't
So
care what she has to do to get what she wants. She don't care who she got to step on, whatever. But just what was it? A week ago, a week and a half ago, Christy was her bestie.
right, right. And now I mean, who would save screenshots of somebody else's kid on their phone?
Right.
That's that's crazy. But no, she didn't get her fragment. Now,
I love that for her. I had a feeling because usually when she's doing good like that, she's up doing her chores. Like, can you imagine living in a house with somebody that's screaming, making all that noise, doing laundry, yelling about a skunk outside? Like, how do they literally must be so used to her nonsense that they can sleep through it. And I watched her get money out of the laundry and keep it.
right,
She did that
it,
the other night.
right, and I guess um she mentioned only her and Donnie got a job. Well, what about Star? Can't Star? Cause Star's working now. She won't mention her,
No, of course not.
but it's like yeah. So now I don't know if she can come on tonight. She probably will. She's on right
Oh
now.
yeah, she's on. She'll be on. She's gonna be on all day today, saying that they need to give her fragment back. She's gonna be on all day.
And she claims I don't know if we talked about paparazzi Wednesday, but she claims that she was forced out by a person. They bullied her. Come on. If you make so much money from paparazzi, why would you just leave?
No, that's not what happened. What happened was somebody reported that she wasn't filing her taxes properly, and the state took it away from her and said she can no longer have a business. That's what happened. She didn't
Yeah.
get bullied out of it. Again, I use this example. If I unalive someone and my man goes and tells the police, was it my fault or his? It's my fault. So if you weren't doing your business correctly, no one could come for you.
Right. A couple. I don't know. Let's say on Tuesday, she's talking to her sister now. Okay, and her sister has a vendetta against she calls us sheeps. Or no, Sheena was calling us sheeps. Her trolls are sheeps. So apparently, the sister claims that she has evidence against a certain person, and that as soon as she has evidence and she's gonna bring a lawyer in it, and then she tells Sheena, "Oh, if you want part of it because they bully you the most, blah blah blah, this and that." So then they stop talking about it, and then she's in her chat, and then she tells her sister, "Oh yeah, I want some of that. I want give me the numbers, and then with Donnie's job, I could definitely hire. I could definitely get somebody a lawyer, right? Because he's gonna make so much money, right?" So she says, "Oh yeah, I'll get them for everything. I'll go after her first, and I'll get her for back pay, for the days that I left and stuff like that."
What?
She's naming all kinds of stuff, right? Pain, suffering, mental suffering. She's naming all that stuff, and she goes,
And you
"Then
know
I'll
what
go
the
for the
police are
others."
gonna say to her? Get off TikTok. You're not required to be there. If
Right,
you're getting
right,
all of this pain and suffering from an app that you don't have to be on, it's not your job. You're choosing it. They're gonna
right.
tell her like they tell everybody else. Then get off the TikTok.
And then,
And if that was
oh,
gonna work, then it would have worked for Gabby.
right. And then after the day after that, she's oh, I'm worried about what if the job don't work out? We spend like $5,000 each month in this house. I don't like change. I'm worried.
What?
That's what she said. She said, we spend at least $5,000 a month. That's what she said, between rent and other stuff and so like that. I'm like,
Ain't no way. Sorry. Ain't no
and
way.
then
Not with as cheap as you are. You might spend a lot in the winter because of the oil you have to get. But no.
right,
But whatever. She got enough people in there. They should be able to earn it. But it's not TikTok's responsibility to do it for you. Either you are entertaining enough that people want to send or you're not.
right,
It's
and
as
just
simple as
just
that.
just like Lazy Days said, her mental health is only bad when she can't get no gifts. Then she
Of
goes to
course.
mental health.
Of course.
And that's
Of
crazy.
course.
And then she's talking about getting on. She got to go to the doctor because something's wrong. She's gonna see if they can give her antidepressant or depressant pills, whatever.
Yes, hold on. Let me change this. 1 second.
And then those drinks she drinks,
Oh,
those drinks she drinks,
expensive.
yeah, they're not FDA approved. So she was on one a couple nights ago. She was acting all crazy, and she was down in those drinks. I
And I'm like, are you she takes multiple of them at the
yeah,
same time. And I'm like, and they were like, are you allowed to take them at the same time? She's like, she looks at the package and she was like, I guess it doesn't say you can't. And it's like that doesn't mean you should.
right. And it's like okay, so they're supposed to be like energy drinks. I think one time she had said, "Oh, I don't drink Monster because it's bad." But hold on, I gotta drop down for a minute. I'll
Okay,
be right
no
back.
problem. Hey, Missy Muffy.
Hey, good morning.
Good
Um,
morning.
get your pen out because there's one that's almost as bad as Sheena now.
Okay, got my pen ready.
Okay, her name is Cassie, Kasi,
Uh huh.
and her at is KKBAYBAY77.
Okay. Well, we
So
got
she
her
was on
name.
last night and she was doing the same thing Sheena does, 3,000 diamonds or whatever they call it. Somebody sent a few big gifts, which she ended up getting her what she wanted to save her fragment. And then 10 minutes later, she's going, come on, you guys, like, I need to save my fragment. And then I wrote, didn't you just save it? And she goes, I didn't say I had to save it. I had to get to the next fragment.
Ha!
And begging like worse than Sheena. So I went on her tick leap. She has made $514 in the last 5 days.
Wow.
But she's all about come on, there's 90 people in here and nobody's tapping, and I know it's hard for everybody, but what about the other 70 people that are in here? They must be able to send gifts. And oh yeah, you gotta watch her.
Oh yes, I will. I'm putting the ad in the chat, guys.
Yeah. And apparently, like, people were going after her because it sounds like she had a rug problem before, and she was saying that she was clean, and come on, you guys, I have to go for urine tests and blah blah blah, and she was crying there for a bit, and oh yeah, it's
You know, for some of them who used to have an addiction, this is a new addiction. It's a dopamine hit every time they get it. And so people who had an addiction and they turn to TikTok, first being on TikTok is enough. And then when they saw that they could do gifting, they have jumped on it. A lot of them do it. It's a
yeah,
dopamine hit.
yeah. So everybody watch her. She's quite almost worse than Sheena, so you'll
Oh
see.
Lord, who wants that title to be worse than Gita?
I even said that in the chat. I said, wow, you're just as bad as Sheena. And she goes, I don't even know who that is.
Oh, that means she's heard it before.
Yeah,
When that's their
yeah.
reaction, they've heard it before. Oh, Disturbed One, don't worry. Don't
Yeah, so
worry.
you can drop me. I just wanted to let everybody know to try and watch her because she's bad.
No problem. Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Hey, Sassy.
Hey, that Cassie's been around for at least 2, 3 years. She's bad. And 2 weeks ago, she was begging for money to get her front teeth or flipper, whatever she has, uh, paid for because she didn't have enough money or something. And she's been on, has a, used to, I don't know if she still does, a rug problem.
Hold on. AP Baby, I like when people come live for the first time and talk in the box in my box. You know that I'm always gentle. Anytime you want to come up, you can have your say. Okay? Don't be shy. Go ahead, Sassy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so this Cassie, she's been around. Was it about 2 weeks ago? She chipped her teeth that she has a flipper or something in,
Uh huh.
and she was lying. First, she said she chipped it eating a soft taco. Then she said something else. She was all over the place. Well, she got money because I guess because there's another creator that helped her get the money.
Uh
And
huh.
she's used to be a she used to have a drug problem. I mean, a rug problem. I don't know if she still does. I kind of suspect that she does, but no, she's been around, and she's not a decent person.
Well, you know, the grid is always prepared to add a new member.
But yeah, so I don't know if anybody else has remembered her from years ago.
No, or I might, but the name doesn't ring a bell. Right, Tanya? Welcome to the grid. Hey, little bit.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I just had a couple quick things to say. Um, Going back to both Christina and Sheena, something that really irritates me with Sheena, and I'm sure a lot of other people have seen it, is when she battles Becky or when she battles somebody that's brand new to battling and don't really know like the runaround with it. She's always tells them, don't worry about the gifts you get. Don't worry about those gifts. They're not real. They're not real. They won't you won't make you don't make any money off of it.
What?
Don't worry about that. Yeah, she tells it. She did it again last night when she was battling Becky. She's like, yeah, I got so many bots in my she was telling her at first that Becky, she was telling her that she had a lot of bots. That's why she was winning. And oh, don't worry, those aren't real. Those aren't real. Just wait. Just wait, because they'll be in my box next. They'll be over here next. And
What?
she always does that, and it irritates. And now when she does it against Becky, I don't care one way or the other. But when she tells it to these people that are brand new coming in and they're just doing it for fun, they're just doing it to try to meet new people,
Right.
because a lot of people say they do it because they have social anxiety of going outside,
Mm-hmm.
of being out in the public. So they're just trying to do this to break away from their norm and just kind of try to go outside a little bit. And this is their version, their way of getting outside. And it irritates the devil out of me that she sits here and she just lies to these people, flat out lies. Flat out lies.
She's incredibly manipulative.
Yes, and I cannot stand that. It
Well,
irritates
you
me
know what you
so
do?
much.
Go over to the other side. When somebody's battling somebody, if you click on their
Hmm.
side, go over there and let them know she's lying.
Oh yeah, and I've done it before. I've done that before, but I can't do that when Sheena battles because I have to watch her through somebody else because Sheena already blocked me.
Oh. I see.
So I guess it's time for me because
It's time
little
to
old
have a
me,
little bit. It's time to have
girl,
another account, baby.
girl, little old me over here. I just have my one account. So if I get
Girl.
blocked, I'm like, well, I'm blocked. I have to go watch through somebody else. So
No,
yeah,
no,
I guess
no,
it is time for
no.
me to I guess it's time for me to branch out and start making a few other little
Right.
backups.
Have an account. I tell people all the time, don't use your real account to do this
Mhm.
because you don't want your real account to be consumed by scammers. And I made the
Yes.
mistake last night of using my real account to go look something up, and I quickly backed. I was like, why am I doing this on my real account? Boop, boop, boop. Let's go.
Yes. I don't want to
So,
risk losing the stuff that I
right,
have on my account. Yeah.
right. So, of course, call me Nana. She would. So, right. So digital. Everybody knows who digital is. Everybody
Yes.
knows who digital expose is, and people are starting to learn that Princess DDS is me too. What
Mhm.
throws them off is that Princess DDS has SpongeBob. But if anybody who comes in my live, they see that I have SpongeBob saying, "Send it, please," because
Yeah.
that's what they do. So but I have other accounts that they don't know,
Mhm.
and I use those to do a lot of talking.
Definitely time for me to branch out there.
Yes, ma'am. If you're gonna be in this tent, you're gonna need more than one,
Oh
and have
yeah.
one that you don't talk. You
Yeah.
just go in and watch.
Yeah, see, and that's what I normally do with this account. That all I do is I will go in and I watch. I never comment in the person's live that I'm watching. I don't ever comment in their live.
Right.
Like
Okay.
the scammers. I just kind
Yeah.
of sneak in and I sit in the back. That's like with Becky. I've been following Becky for some time now. I
Right.
just sit back and I watch and then I come report to like you things that I saw,
Right. And I
things that was
appreciate
there.
it.
Mhm. Now on to Christina real quick.
Yep.
I'm sure other people caught this and other people have seen it multiple times because it's not brand new. But you can always tell when Kaden is close to her. You can always tell. She doesn't look side to side when she's talking. She glances up. She always glances up to the side. So you know that she's looking at him.
Right.
And then she kept losing. She was like, I hope I don't lose my stuff. I'm going to go in here and look. I hope my stuff don't get stolen. Honey, it's not get stolen because everybody knows Caden's right there watching it. And so she's like, I'm going to go ask people if they have a tent that I can, that they'll give me. Since I gave mine to, homeless people, before I left, then maybe a homeless person will give me theirs. Huh? Okay.
Listen.
So she goes over to the lady in the wheelchair,
Yes.
and she's all talking to the lady and with everything and telling her she was a DV victim and all this and that. And she said that lady gave her $10. The lady said that she's pretty much homeless as well. And
What?
yep, she's pretty much homeless as well, but yet she gave her $10. And it was crazy funny when she was like, where's all your stuff? And she was like, Christina pointed over and she's like, it's, over there. And they're chit chatting back and forth. And she's like, oh, is that your man?
Ah!
Flat out busted.
I
It was
heard her talking to the lady, but I was busy in the chat talking, so I wasn't paying that close of attention. Wow.
the cackle that came out of me was it was beyond because it was hilarious when she did that. And then all of a sudden she muted,
Of course.
and she did not come back on. She didn't put the sound back on until she was away from the lady. And she was like, oh, people came over and they were talking about stuff. And, she started talking about stuff that was private. I didn't think honey, please.
Yeah, girl, do you
Girl,
really
bye.
think that we are paying attention?
It's like, girl, bye. Yeah, I'm telling you, I catch things and I'm like, oh my goodness.
I love that for her.
It was hilarious. It was funny. Yeah, she said they were talking personal business. I said, uh-huh. Yeah.
No, we
Sure.
heard the personal business. Just like when she was at the library talking about, see guys, I'm not with him. And
And
we
then
got
looking at
somebody sitting outside showing him. Like,
he was
girl, bye.
literally sitting right next to him.
Right.
Oh, that was her cousin. That was her cousin that
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
I can't
Oh, I
remember.
know.
I can't remember her cousin's name.
That's
Her act.
it's TikTok president.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay. All I remember was something scammer or something. I don't remember, but
Yeah. It used
yeah,
to be something else, but it's TikTok president now. Oh yeah.
and I don't know if you know or not. One quick last thing.
Go ahead.
Lisa videos are starting to come back onto TikTok.
I actually got a thing that said Lisa's new account, and I thought,
Mm-hmm.
what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, some people called it.
She's coming back. She's making another appearance. It's because a lot of it because Nate was arrested and he still hasn't gotten out.
Right. And so she needs somebody to take care of her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We were discussing various people.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, little bit. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm gonna drop down. I just thought it was funny. I thought those things were funny.
They were. I appreciate you sharing them with the team.
All right, love. I'll be in the comments.
Okay. Good morning, Promising. Promising. Hello, hello. I know her signal is really low. Or maybe she didn't. Did you mean to come up, Promising? I have not seen Carol Edwards. But her money was going up. Yeah, I see she's muted now. Maybe she didn't want to come up. Yeah, it happens all the time. Haven't seen her, but I know that her money was going up. Tickleap. I think it's TIKLEAP. Tick Leap, and you can know what anybody makes on TikTok. Yep, I know Sheena is on because she's going to work all day to get her fragment back. Well, guys, it's 6 minutes. I'm going to take those 6 minutes and take a nap. 6 minutes normal, earlier than I normally do. Goodness me, when I didn't have the gingerbread man, I could be all over the place. It didn't matter. But thank you, Sherry, but I keep finding myself getting closer and closer to the phone. And now I notice it. Oh, anyway. Oh, wait, I cannot forget it. Hold on. We're not going anywhere. We got to do our motivation affirmation. So this is the one for today. Changing my mind is a strength, not a weakness. Somebody get rid of that. Oh, did somebody get rid of it? Okay, thank you. Changing my mind is a strength, not a weakness. Make sure you say it to yourself. I'm going to repeat it again. Changing my mind is a strength, not a weakness. See, we can make a decision and midway realize that it might not be the right decision. And people are so worried about what other people may think about them changing their mind that they keep plowing forward just to save face. Being able to change, especially midstream, is incredibly powerful because so few people actually do it. Even though they know it will benefit them, they won't do it. So when you're going through your day and something strikes you and you say, I want to do something else, try it. Try it. And realize how powerful you are that you're able to trust your own gut to go in another direction. It doesn't mean that it will always work out. But it means that you are learning to trust in yourself. That you're not afraid of change. That's thing one. And thing two, self-care is essential. I told you that I was going to be going through a list of things that you can do in 1 minute. So here are the things for today. Hold on 1 second. So you can cuddle your pet. And I had to do a dog and a cat because I couldn't leave cats out. You can listen to music. Any kind you like. You can give yourself a temple massage. In doing research about that, it was amazing, the benefits. And you don't need to go to anybody to do it. You can do it no matter where you are. And then I thought this one was cute. Make and launch a paper plane. And if you need instructions on how to do it, all you got to do is say make a paper plane. And I thought about how when we did it when we were younger, how it brought us so much joy. Doing a memory, a core memory from when you were young, can bring you so much joy even now. Phoebe. My cats won't let them cuddle me. Let me cuddle them either. Phoebe, I'm not sure if this is your first time here, your 30th time here, but usually I start at 6:30 a.m. and I end at 9:30. So if there's somebody in particular you want to talk about, if you come a little bit earlier, you'll catch it all. But now I'm usually at the point where I'm ending. Okay, Phoebe, well, you are welcome anytime. And if there's somebody no, it's okay. And if there's somebody in particular, send me a message. You didn't want a dog, but my husband knew I needed him. Absolutely. They are amazing. Yes, and you can also watch it on YouTube. I post the lives on YouTube. It is my nap time. I'm getting sleepy. And taking my allergy medicine doesn't help. But anyway, you don't have to use any of those things. You can use any childish memory that was a core memory that brought you joy and do it. If it means getting an ice cream with sprinkles on it, because that's what you used to do with your siblings. If it means getting an ice cream cake, because that's what you used. I don't care what it is. Eating a hot dog in a bun. Whatever core memory brings you joy, do it. And see how it makes you feel. Thank you. So on this happy, positive note, I'm going to leave. There will be a sub live on Sunday. I'm going to remind you guys again to please, as you watch people, write down their mods. And their enablers. We have a final 4 we need to get to, and the mods aren't getting a lot of assistance. So I'd appreciate it. Okay, Sherry. I appreciate you all. I love you guys. You are my motivation to keep going, because believe me, there are some days I want to throw my phone across the room. But we are doing the good work. We are on the right side of the wrong street. And we're going to stay here until we can clear this street. And then we will move on to another street. And we will continue to clear them as long as we have breath in our bodies and TikTok remains a thing. So I appreciate you all. Please hug your loved ones, because tomorrow isn't promised. And please, I have shown you 3 slides of things you can do in 1 minute for self-care. Please do it. It will absolutely make a difference. Thank you, Erica. I love that. I will actually start posting these as well. So if you missed one, you didn't hear it, you didn't see it, you can have a place. And maybe for once I'll do a playlist. And it'll be on self-care specifically. Maybe I'll do a self-care one and a motivational one. We'll see. Again, always giving myself more work to do. I love you all. If I don't see you in the streets, I will see you either Sunday night for the sub live or Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern. And we know we got to have a song to go out on. So, Echo, play Cake by the Ocean.